Mafia: The Old Country is a game that I've been looking forward to for a long time. I want to say even before it was actually announced, I was asking for a new Mafia game. Having played the first two games again earlier this year, I've been a fan of the franchise since I was a kid. I've always been a fan of its linear storytelling and the gameplay to an extent. There are always some things in a Mafia game that stand out a little bit, like the driving, the gunplay, and whatnot, but this game is definitely the best in both those regards. I will say the game as a whole was a little bit easy, a little too easy at times, and I wish there was a little bit more of a challenge. I did play on the hard mode so that I could get that trophy at the end of my first playthrough, and I was expecting a little bit more, but it wasn't too much of a hindrance and it wasn't enough to completely ruin my experience or anything, especially considering the story that we got. The story is incredibly well written, and each and every character really shines through with their own personality and character design. On top of that, every single voice performance is top notch here, and I couldn't ask for more in that regard. However, in regards to the story, there are some tropes that are repeated from prior games, like having to win a race to get into the family's good graces. I just wish there would have been a little bit more originality in how you get into the family and why they like you. But overall, it was very good. The main draw for me is definitely your romantic interest for this, and I won't go into any spoilers, but she does play a huge part here. But this love feels so genuine, it feels so real, and that really added to the story and wanting to see it through to the end. The environments are absolutely beautiful. Going through the countryside of Italy on this island that you're on is just breathtaking. And they do a very good job of making the communities that you're walking through, driving through, feel very alive throughout the story. You're constantly surrounded by NPCs having side conversations or going about their work, going about their day to make everything feel so alive. But you can see that the focus was on the story as a whole, as I was going through and clean up and picking up different statues or collectibles. There was just NPCs standing in front of each other, not interacting at all. It does feel kind of dead. I get that the emphasis was on the story, but I wish there was a little bit more after the game too. With that, I will 100% continue being a fan of these Mafia games. I hope we get another one and this isn't the end, although there are a couple of downfalls. So the most I can give it is an 8 out of 10, but let me know what you think. And for more gaming news and reviews, be sure to like and follow.